I saw the year that we're entering into covered with very, very dark smoke, very thick smoke. I will call it thick darkness. And they were all coming from the ground. That showed me that the year will be very turbulent for some. And it made me to understand why God declared victory. I'm going to explain to you what it means. The thick smoke I saw and the darkness coming from the ground. There were portals opened from the ground, and the smoke was coming out. And as the Lord began to move me close to the smoke, I now discovered that it's no smoke per se. Is, how do we put it, for lack of better times, millions and trillions of dark spirit together. They were just together like this. They were coming out of the ground with a force, as if each one was pushing the other. Give me, let me just spark. There were so many together, shooting out of the ground into the human race. And I asked the Lord, what's happening here? And the Lord said to me, in 2025, there's going to be strange visitation of dark spirits from the underworld. Dark spirits from the underworld that have never paraded the earth are coming. Why? Because of certain abominations and certain legalities that have been established by wicked men and women to allow this spirit to come out. And they're going to parade the earth. That's why he's declaring victory. That's why we have to hold on to the word of victory. Because there's going to be warfare that have never happened on earth. I mean, in the realm of the spirit. And when there's spiritual warfare like that, it manifests into so many things on the face of the earth. For instance, not too long, if you are watching the news internationally, what is it that happened to an aircraft in South Korea? The guy just was flying and he hit a bird, for God's sake. The man, aeroplanes have been hitting birds and they have not crashed. The guy hit a bird. The bird he hit make the brakes of the aircraft not to function. Now, how does bird and brake connect? Those are witchcraft birds. They are not ordinary birds. Those are things that come from the ground. And the man attempted landing the first time, he couldn't, and he tried the second time, and he was coming down, and the tires refused to open up. But there's a technology in aviation that you can land with the belly of the plane, and he landed with the belly of the plane, but the thing was going such a high speed. Now there is something they kept at the end of the runway, which is to indicate maybe at night if there is snow or whatever, the thing lighting up so that the aircraft flying up can know this is a runway. But instead of them to put the ones that closes, the flaps that closes, they put concrete, and the plane ran into that concrete and everybody died, apart from two attendants that were in the tail of the plane. 179 people just died like that. One of them, when the plane was still roaring, the lady sent a text message to her friend and said, we are finding it difficult to land. I don't know if it's my last text I'm sending to you. And the Lord showed me that these things that are coming from the ground will make death so close. So close. Are you understanding what I'm saying? We'll make it so close. So that is just an example. When the spirit realm is raging, we all know, if you understand what we call governmental warfare, you can tell nations on earth, if you are crossing from South Korea to North Korea, you know you are moving, there's intense warfare going on in that region, in the realm of the spirit. Intense warfare, because in one side they worship a human, in one side God sparked up a revival many years ago through Paul Younger Cho and all of that stuff. So in the same region, so why dark forces are this side pushing light from entry? So that is how it is. Such things are divided in the nations, I mean the spirit realm of the nations of the earth. So we're entering into a year where there will be a lot of spiritual, I call it spiritual visitations. Spiritual visitations. And I want to show you something very, very important. The most scary part, I'm going to show you churches in scriptures that this dark spirit from the underworld will visit in 2025. And the Lord showed me that 2025 is just the beginning of such visitations. It's just the beginning. So look at Isaiah chapter 5. Verse 12. I'm reading this scripture to show you the connection between the underworld and corrupt churches. There's a connection between the underworld and certain churches that the Bible called corrupt. They don't look corrupt physically. They look as houses of God or people of God, but God sees them as corrupt. God's definition.